What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 50 now of the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series. And yes, this is going to be the end of the season. As you can tell by the title, it is the end of the season. This episode, we are playing our last two games and we're also going to sim the rest of the games because by then we should have won the title of the Football League One and we'll be promoted into the FL Championship where there's going to be some very interesting signings and of course our pre-contract signings being Cody McDonald and Sebastian Vieira, our backup goalkeeper. Or maybe our goalkeeper that will replace Lainton. Who knows? It depends whether Lainton does have a few bad performances. But anyway, going into this game, we're playing against Shrewsbury Town. And yeah, they do have our youth player, Juan Extorrebia. They took him out on a permanent transfer. And I can only thank them for that because he was a wasted player. He was a waste of wages. And it allowed me to go out and purchase players that will be guaranteed to be better, especially in the future, such as Gerard Hughes. But guys, I really hope you are enjoying this episode of Career Mode so far. And I hope you have been enjoying the series. If you do want me to start a new Career Mode and leave behind the Bristol Rovers Career Mode series, do let me know. Or if you do want me to carry on with Bristol Rovers through to the Barclays Premier League, also let me know. Or, if you do want me to try and get a different job in this same career mode, also let me know. So there's three options for you there. And you should go ahead and have a little think about that. Because I know that the likes haven't been as consistent as they have been recently. But I'm still getting really good support on this series especially. So there isn't really much reason for me to stop this series, but only if you guys want me to, or if you want me to carry it on, and of course, try and get a job offer with a higher up team. It's up to you guys, as I've said already, and whatever you guys want, I will do, because at the end of the day, you guys are watching the videos, so you guys do get to decide what I'm going to do, and for the majority anyway, of course, I'm not probably going to be doing Ultimate Team, although I may do a couple of squad builders in the future, depending on whether you guys really want to see it, to be honest. I've got a couple of nice squads in my Ultimate Team at the moment on my main account. Maybe you guys will be interested in that. A little bit of a different Serie B hybrid I think I've got. Yeah, I do have one of them. I was just looking at my Ultimate Team right now as it's on my screen as I'm recording. And maybe I'll do a setup video as well at 1,000 subscribers. Let me know if you guys do want to see that, as well as a Q&A as well, because I'm really close now. I think I'm about 850 subscribers, so I'm getting there. I'm only 150 subscribers away from 1,000, so any of you guys that are new subscribers, hello. It'd be much appreciated if you could subscribe, because that really does help me out, and of course, getting to that 1,000 mark will just be a massive milestone for me in my YouTube career so far. But I'm hoping that I'll have some really good videos coming out in the future as well, and something that I do want to try as well is potential videos. Now, let me just explain what that is about. What I was thinking of doing is getting players that have high potential or start off very low but have really high potential. Simulate for 6 seasons with a player in that first team, playing him consistently and then seeing his overall and his stats and how his stats actually turn out to be. So if you guys do want to see those type of videos in the future, do let me know, because I think that'll add another thing to my channel as well as the 2 series that I've got at the moment. But of course, if you don't want to see that, then also do let me know. But I'm thinking that would be a really good idea, because it would mean that I would get quite a few views as well, quite a lot of more views than I do on this current 2 series that I'm doing. Although I'm getting a lot of support, I'm not getting a crazy amount of views, but by FIFA 15 I'm hoping that I'd have a lot more of them kind of videos out, those kind of potential videos, just showcasing all of the players with the high potentials. But of course I can't really do it right now in the middle of FIFA, because that's just not what people really want to see, is it now? That's really not what people, to be honest, want to see, because a lot of it's already been done, to be honest with you, and I think it's best just to wait till FIFA 15 for those kind of ideas, unless you guys do want to see it, as I've already said, of course. But in this game, 2 unexpected scorers, one being Shaquille Hunter and one being Ryan Gould. I did not expect him to score in this game, but finally he has scored. He has got a lot of assists this season, but he hasn't managed to get himself on the score sheet that often. But luckily, those 2 players do get on the score sheet, which does boost their confidence a little bit, because when Shaquille Hunter does seem to get into the side, he does want to score goals and play very well for the side. That's for certain. And you can see there, We are currently on 110 points. Barnsley are behind on 87 points. There's no way they're catching us up now. And if we do win this game, that will confirm that we do win the Football League 1 title. And that'll be really, really good. We're coming up against Akinfenwa in this game, though. And bear in mind, Akinfenwa is just, he's a lord, man. He's an absolute tank in this game. He's probably one of the best players in this game is Akinfenwa. And he's got some strength to go alongside it. Let's just put it that way. But he was released by Northampton, but he's now at Gillingham. And he was quite a struggle to defend against in this match because of his tank nature, really, to be honest. He's very, very strong and very hard to muscle off the ball. So I was finding it very hard defending the crosses because that was all Gillingham were doing. They were just whipping in crosses for days, just hoping that Akinfenwa would get on the end of one of those crosses and put it into the back of the net to give them a chance, really. But to be honest, straight from kickoff, I kind of do it. I shouldn't do it, really. I'm so far ahead. But I do the kickoff glitch. I must apologise. And Ryan Brunt does score. John Joe O'Toole with a really lovely over-the-top ball all the way over the defence. Lovely 40-yard pass all the way to Ryan Brunt, who's waiting in the box and chips the coming out of goalkeeper. And we do make it 1-0 in fantastic fashion there with the kickoff glitch. And to make things even worse, Joe Widdowson, what a ball that is, all the way to Emile Sinclair, linking up there very nicely, but unfortunately, he couldn't quite tuck it into the back of the net in the 10th minute. One thing I do have to say in this game, though, is we did score a lot of goals. Now, with regards to turning up the difficulty, I know you guys have said that I should turn up the difficulty, but trust me, when we get into next season, I'm just going to give a bit of a spoiler alert. It's going to change a hell of a lot. It's not going to be as easy as this for sure. And Ryan Gould's shot there is easily saved by Foster in the goal. That was a chance for him to bag 2-2, but unfortunately Ryan Gould couldn't quite get that into the back of the net on the rebound. Really good shot though, but a great save indeed from the goalkeeper. But we do whip it in the corner, and who else but Gary Kenneth is on the end of that to make it 2-0 in the 13th minute. Really, really nice goal, and Gary Kenneth has scored probably the most out of all my centre-backs this season. And he's going to be in the first team next season if I don't pick up another centre-back or two, which I am planning to do. Maybe someone like Jack Baldwin. I think he'd be a really good signing as he's quite cheap and he's also young with a lot of potential as well. But I'm thinking of a lot of players, and maybe in January I will also pick up some pre-contract signings because they are just godly with these low-budget teams, because it means that I can sign goalkeepers such as Sebastian Vieira, who's only on 750,000. That's a lot of money. £750 a week. And he's 72 overall. What a rating for a backup keeper. Strangely, he's higher rated than Robert Lainton is currently, who's at 70 overall. But he's just a lot better in game, I'm hoping. But the luxury is, if he is in bad form next season, I've got Sebastian Vieira to replace him on the bench instead of Connor Guff, which is going to be a lot better because Connor Guff just isn't good. He isn't good whatsoever. I think I tried him in one match. I don't even think I've played him this season or maybe even last season, to be honest, because he's just not played well whatsoever when I have played him, although it hasn't been that often. But he's only 52 overall. He's probably just about good for the Football League 2, to be honest. Apart from that, he's really not that good. But you can see straight from kickoff here, we score to make it 3-0. Akinfenwa just couldn't find himself on the score sheet in this game, and instead it was Ryan Brunt. And someone did notice that in the last episode, I think it was, Ryan Brunt didn't score in one of the games, and apparently, according to the guy who commented, that was the first time that he hadn't scored in the game. Now, I don't actually believe that, but if that is true, that is just ridiculous, because I know he's been on some goal-scoring form for the past 2 seasons, but I didn't realise it was that good. Seriously, I didn't realise it was that good at all, and if it is true, that is absolutely outstanding. But you can see that our youth player, Hughes, finding Ryan Brunt to get a 4th goal in this game. And to make things even worse, into the 81st minute, we pick up the ball from a troubles Gillingham defence, really. Very shaky defending. And from the rebound, it's none other than Matt Gill to pick up the ball. And what a strike that is from our veteran midfielder, who is going to retire at the end of the season. And what a way to go out, to be honest, because this is the last game of the season, remember, and in the 82nd minute, he manages to bag himself a goal, and it was really, really majestic of him to score later on in this game, because this was the last game that I was ever going to see Matt Gill play in, and what a way to finish it off. Fantastic goal to end off his career. He's been absolutely heroic for Bristol Rovers for these past 2 seasons, and it'll be sad to see him go. We've had 2 retirements already. We've had Matt Gill leaving us, and we've also had, I think it was, Steve Mildenhall. How can I forget him? He was an absolutely godly keeper in the net, and he was very, very good for us. But of course, Robert Lainton is just as good for us. But it's a shame that you can't bring back players from retirement, because I would bring back Matt Gill. I did transfer list him at the beginning of this series, but by God, what a mistake that was if I had have sold him, because he's been very good backup central midfielder. He was playing a lot more in the Football League 2, but I decided to put him in for these last few matches as they didn't really matter in the Football League 1. One of them being against Yeovil, and we do take a lead there through Michael Smith, but they equalise with a penalty in the 18th minute, and Ayling gets sent off there. The person that actually looks like a woman on FIFA. I think that's the first woman that is on FIFA. If you do want to search them up on Foothead, then have a look at the FIFA 13 card of Ayling. It's quite interesting to have a little look. And we've also got our youth squad monthly update here. And we've got Jack Jacobs here, who's probably the only good player. And he looks very, very decent indeed. And I think I did end up signing him in the end, although I didn't actually show it. And then we're simming another match here against Port Vale. And we are away from home, so we would really expect to lose this game, to be honest, because being away from home and simming, you can't really expect to win, to be honest. And once again, well, actually in this game, I was playing quite a strong side. And in the end, it's Max Clayton comes on as a substitute and scores the only goal. But it is the end of the season. And before I do end this season, guys, and go into the Football League Championship, I'm just going to leave you with all the tables, not only the Football League 1 table, but also all the tables from the Champions League and who's won all of the, all of that stuff, the Europa League, etc. And you can see that we were top of the table. Walsall, Port Vale, Gillingham and Tranmere Rovers are all getting relegated this season back into the Football League 2, which is very interesting. And you can see there that Chelsea did win the Capital One Cup. We won the J Paint Trophy, of course, and Sheffield United are going to get promoted with us. They did win the League One playoffs, which is very interesting to see, because I thought Barnsley would have had a chance, but they got knocked out in the semi-finals of the League One playoff, which is very, very strange to see. And I think that was Man City there winning the Copa Europe and Barcelona winning the Champions League. And finally, to top it off, Marseille winning the Europa League. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in another episode. Thanks for watching.